Hi, welcome to a series of short films about how to use the Nikon DSLRs. I'm just going to, whenever you get a camera from college, it should come in a bag similar to this. Put that to one side. Just a few basic things I want to go through with you. I think over the series of videos there are quite a few skills that are important to bear in mind. I want you to have this as a bit of a permanent record so you can keep reviewing them as and when you like. We'll start off really simple. And just to make sure that whenever you do pick up a camera, I want you to do a couple of things. I want you to make sure you've got an SD card. The SD card should be located in this little socket here. So you just need to check that, make sure it's there. Just check you've got a battery. The easy way of doing that is just to turn the camera on, which you can do by flicking that switch around the shutter button. So that silver button is the shutter button, and around that is the on and off switch. And you can tell when the back comes to life that your battery is fully powered up. I'm just going to turn that off for now. Because the main thing I want to demonstrate for you today is how to remove and reattach your lens. Now these cameras all come with standard 18 to 55mm zoom lenses, and but we have a variety of different lenses that you may want to use for different kinds of purposes and different kinds of conditions. So there may be lots of occasions when you'll need to change the lens. So now this particular lens is the type that you need to, there's a button on the side, you need to press that button so you can deploy the zoom element of the lens, and it won't let you take any pictures until you do press that button and unlock the lens. Then when you've finished at the end, you can push the button and again return the zoom back to its normal place so you can store the camera safely again. But in terms of actually changing the actual lens, there is a button on the left hand side of the camera here. You need to press that, and while you're pressing it, if you twist the lens clockwise, the lens will just come off, and hopefully inside there you might be able to see the mirror that reflects light up into the viewfinder. Behind that mirror is the sensor that actually records the image. So when you take a picture, that mirror flips up and the image is recorded onto that chip at the back. Now, so assuming you've got a different lens and you want to reattach the lens, what you need to do is find the white dot on the side of the lens. So all Nikon cameras have a white dot on the side, and there's a white dot on the side of the camera. You need to line the two up, and then without forcing anything, just gently twist the lens into position, going anti-clockwise, and then you'll hear a click when it's clicked into place, and that's all very safe and ready to use. So we've already gone over how to turn the camera on, but if you turn it on like that, we can look at the readout on the back of the camera. There's a sign that comes up which just reminds you to deploy the lens. So you press the button, deploy the lens, and then you've got the readout, and it shows you the settings that the camera was left with last time someone was using it. Now, one thing we've got to bear in mind is that different people use the camera for different purposes, and don't always assume that they've left the camera set in the way you want to use it. So in the next session, we'll look at making sure the camera is set up in the way you want it to be, so you can successfully shoot your photo shoots in A-level photography.